This is the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce, and I'm going to take you through our COVID-19 information and resources on our website page. So if you go to medicinehatchamber.com and you click on the COVID-19 graphic, that will take you right over to our COVID-19 information and resource page. And as you can see right at the top, we do have our daily updates. So if you're curious as to the day's news, you can link to it right from there. In addition, you'll see 4 brightly colored buttons right close to the top of the website page, and that is critical information that businesses need to know right now, particularly as we head into our relaunch. So you can see the Government of Alberta relaunch strategy. The workplace and sector-specific guidelines will take you right through to that BizConnect website page through the Government of Alberta that provides you with all of the sector-specific guidelines, OH&S, and different resources that they are providing. We also have our 5 steps for business to manage COVID-19. So this was the first resource guide that we put out that walked people through how to manage your team and, of course, building your business advisory team and making sure that you were analyzing your business, looking at the different funding options that are available, as well as ways to cut cost, and also looking at that 5th step in terms of how you would emerge from COVID-19. The 5 steps for business to relaunch is our most recent resource. And we built this after the government announced that we would be reopening. And this takes you through the 5 different steps that you will need to consider as you reopen and relaunch your business. So, of course, developing your operational plan, creating a communication plan, looking at those physical distancing guidelines and how you're going to implement that, as well as setting your processes and procedures for cleaning, hygiene, and PPE, and looking for sector-specific guidance. And as you can see, in each step, we do have links that we've made available to you so that you have resources that you can refer to in each one of those steps. In addition, we do have credible news sources where you can monitor the situation and stay up to date. So at every level of government, we do send out a weekly newsletter. So if that's something you're not currently receiving, you can actually subscribe to receive that each week. And then we also have some quick links. So these are truly quick links in terms of the resources at each level of government, as well as those FAQ documents that we have been monitoring and compiling in here. We have some templates and guides. Again, this is the quick link section, but if you go down to our business resource section, you'll see quite a few more resources down in there. So under the business resources, we have an easy, quick link button where you can find local PPE supplies. So we're compiling this information as we find out, and so this is being updated on a regular basis. So you can check out what you can source locally for PPE. And if you have an issue securing certain items locally, then we do also have a link to the Provincial Operations Center. There's also a national rapid response platform for PPE and an ATB Nexus platform that you can source. So there's a lot of different options for PPE that we have compiled on our website page. Further down into the business resource section, we do have a number of resources that we have made available, different checklists. Again, that Alberta BizConnect website is linked again in here. Repetition is sometimes a good thing, and making sure that you can find the information when you're looking for it. Tips for working virtually and working from home. And of course, some resources as well from every level, whether that's local, provincial, international, or the world, including the International Chamber of Commerce and World Health Organization. This is probably a key section for employers because this does have your links to the employment standards codes, the toolkit, some information on layoffs, recalls, and terminations, that hazard assessment handbook that you're going to need if you are reopening and walking through that hazard assessment process. There's OH&S resources, WCB resources, as well as some tip sheets for different sector-specific industries. We do have a whole separate section on industry-specific resources, so everything from agriculture to beauty to restaurants to retailers. Our largest section, as you can see, is retailers, and there's also some information from the tourism operators. The Retail Council of Canada has done a great job of putting together resources specifically for our retail sector. There's a number of different templates and tools that you can access. So particularly when we consider if there will be a second wave, this is where you're going to want to make sure that you have that business continuity plan and what you will do if we do enter into another wave. But as well, there's some crisis communication plans and other resources. So always a good idea to start building these out so that you have them if these types of situations do occur again. There's some information with regards to surveys, so not only past survey results, but also new surveys. And there's a few other resources. This is kind of a catch-all. When we can't find another place for it, it goes into our other resources. Probably the most important section, or the one of greatest interest, is those supports for individuals and businesses. So we have this funding and assistance section. And when you click into this supports for business, the first thing you're actually going to see is a Government of Canada business and industry search tool. So when you click on that, this kind of helps you navigate those government programs by asking a few questions and then matchmaking essentially those supports that would be available for your specific situation. In addition, what we've done is compiled all the resources from every level of government all in one spot. So whether that's the City of Medicine Hat or provincial government programs or federal, you'll see it all there. So we do have the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy information and some supporting documents, as well as things like the Canada Summer Job Grant Program, that large employer emergency financial facility, the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund, and that rent relief are all in there in addition to others. If you're curious what deferrals are available, we've included that information, as well as the supports that you can access through your financial institution. So these are things like that Canada Emergency Business Account, and we've included the expanded provisions for that as well. So you can check those out. And there are some other supports that are available from different organizations outside of government that are, some are private sector resources, others are just links that we've included there for you. The supports for individuals does include that contact tracing app, as well as the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. If you're curious in terms of some of the tax benefits and student assistance, that's all located in that support for individuals. We also have some virtual business tools and links that we've included. So whether you're looking at e-commerce options or video conferencing apps, I'm sure most of us have those already installed and are using them regularly. But the one I'd particularly like to point out is this Google My Business. That's something that's often overlooked by businesses, and you want to make sure that you're claiming your Google listing and updating your information. It is free of charge, and so that's something that you'll want to take the time to do. Our pandemic education and training resources has all the different on-demand webinars, as well as the different webinar series that are being offered by different organizations. And of course, it's always great to remind everybody that we do have free social media training happening until June 30th. So you want to make sure that you access all of the free resources that are available right now. There's a section on community resources. So as you can see, we've compiled all the different call centers that are available. We've also included just a few general information links, some healthy living resources that you can access, some learning resources. Again, there's a few tools and templates that are in there, and ways to donate, give back, and grant funding that's available for community support organizations. So you can find that in the community resource section. In addition, we have some information on prevention. So whether it's those restrictions on mass gatherings or restrictions on certain businesses, we have those links, as well as ways to prevent the spread. and resources for that. And so you can take a look at that section, but we do sincerely hope that we've been able to consolidate the information to make it easy to find and easy to understand. But if not, please do connect with us. If you can't find what you're looking for, you can send us your questions. You can give us a call at our office at 403-527-5214. We're always happy to help, and we know it's certainly, there's a lot of information and it's often complex and hard to navigate. So if we can assist you in any way, we'd certainly love to help. Take care.